Okay, folks, welcome to this lesson on forging unlimited authentic connections on LinkedIn. My name is Dan Maxwell Jr. And I've been looking forward to doing this lesson for a while. And every time I try to do it, something else comes up. But anyways, before I go into it, let's look at the why. Why would you want to forge connections on LinkedIn, or why is it important? Or and depending on who you are, you may not need to. One of the best sources of connections for building a business is the people you know and the people in your personal circle. And for some, it's easy to reach out to the people in your circle and let them know about your business and help them, spread the word for you. And maybe some of them even become clients. And sometimes you can go to your previous, your former employers, if you've come from the corporate world. So there's that warm network that you can always access. But for some, for whatever reasons, your warm network may not be the best place to start. Maybe the energy there is not so great. They're the ones who are they're going to try to talk you out of it, or maybe you've burned that network already with previous business attempts, especially where I'm not going to badmouth any particular business model, because I think there's good in some of these business models. But we know there's a particular business model that the old practice was to hound your friends and family. And, maybe you've done that in the past, and now you've started a new business, whether it's a physical location business, whether it's an online business, whether it's a coaching or consulting business. It really doesn't matter, but you're at a point where you don't think you want to reach out to your warm network. Then what do you do? Well, that's what this training is about, because I want to show you how you can build authentic connections, unlimited connections, actually, using the power of LinkedIn. All right, so let's head over to my LinkedIn screen here. Okay. So this is my LinkedIn homepage, and basically, you need to understand LinkedIn is a tool for professionals. There are, I don't even know how many persons on LinkedIn, but each person is allowed up to 50,000 connections on LinkedIn. That's a lot. You will not be able to personally engage with 50,000 persons in a year or 2 or 3. All right. For many of us, we only need up to 20, 30, customers to have a solid business. Even maybe let's say up to 100 or 200. If you apply and you stick to a particular system, you can definitely get your 200 customers from LinkedIn alone. And it doesn't matter what industry your business is in, you can find customers from LinkedIn. Why? Because LinkedIn is a place for professionals, and professionals come to make connections. These are people who are already employed or looking for employment or have their own businesses. But the fact is, there's earning potential here. Anybody on LinkedIn is somebody who is already or significantly looking to make contributions to the economy, to the global economy. And that person has a purchasing ability, whether they're working now or they're earning now or not. Okay, you may connect with people who don't have the money now and who are not working or creating income now, but in 3 months' time, that story will change and they'll come back to you if you've done them right, if you've been there for them. All right, and we'll look at that mindset and that thinking in another conversation. But in this conversation, it's just about how do you establish connections? How do you build connections? I'm not going to try to tell you there's one set way to do it. What I want to do is to show you some of the ways that I have done it and I continue to do it. And it really comes down to who you are. My encouragement to you is that you need to be curious. You need to be genuinely interested in people. And when you come, you need to come from a place of service, not from a place of trying to push what you have on somebody else. All right. When you come with that thinking, it makes it easier. You can connect with as many persons as you desire to connect with. So let's say you want to start a fitness consulting or a fitness coaching business, all right, and you want to do it online, for you're passionate about fitness, you want to start a fitness business. Well, the methods, there are two methods, there are two ways you could go about it. One, oh, I'm sorry here. My alarm went off. There are, like I said, there are one of two ways you could go about it. So here, assuming you want to connect with people who are already into fitness, who have some desire about building their bodies, they want to improve, they want to be better. Okay, so what I do here is to come and search nutrition, for example. And when I search nutrition, LinkedIn returns the search results with people who have nutrition in their job titles. All right, but maybe that's not what I want. Then that may not be what you want. You want people who are regular folks. Maybe you want people working in social sciences, those who do work in social work, or maybe accountants, people who are sitting down all the time. I know personally, my work caused me to sit down. I'm always, often seated, and that's why I needed support with fitness. All right. So maybe you're looking for somebody who's always sitting down, professions. You might have done your homework and you say, okay, I want to work with accountants, or I want to work with, who else is always, maybe I want to work with middle managers in the financial services industry. All right. And I want to help them be more fit, and those who are naturally interested in fitness. So you come in here and you simply type nutrition. Now, what happens is when these come up, one method I look at is I go to groups. I want to see how many groups are focused around the idea of nutrition. And right here, I can see there's nutrition, wellness, and fitness. This is a group that specializes in network marketing, okay? So this is a network marketing group, and we know that a lot of great network marketing companies are working in wellness and fitness space. I probably joined this group to see what kinds of conversations are going on in here. There are 93,000 plus, almost 94,000 members. There's nutrition and dieting jobs. Okay, so these are for professionals who are like yourself. There's nothing wrong with networking with them. You can learn from them. Who knows, you might be able to mentor some of them. But these may not be ideal clients because they're also doing what you do, all right? But then you see here, nutrition and healthy living, okay? To exchange knowledge and information, health, nutrition, organic food. Okay, so organic food is another topic that I'll probably search. So you could come in here and you join this group. Now they're not going to accept my request automatically, but I'll go back to another group that I'm a part of. So again, if you're looking to work with people who are already at a certain level of awareness, so they may probably be already looking at organic foods, or keto diet. But let's look at organic food in groups and see. So we have some groups that are concerned with organic food. You could look at them. There are many, 81 groups. And each of these groups have smaller numbers of members, a lot of them based in India. All right. But the idea is to join these groups and when you join the group, you are able to connect Healthy Habit. Okay, so this is a group that's not grown yet. All right. Alternatively, you can come to events. So there are two food events here. That may not be what you're looking for, but let's go back to nutrition and see what nutrition says about events. Nutrition and healthy living. No, we want events. So we got healthy habit tips, healthy grocery shopping on the budget. 6 attendees. Nah, that's not what we're looking for. 7 attendees, 3 attendees. Again, you can still reach out to the 6 and 7 attendees. These are people, again, they're not many, but they've all shown interest in healthy habits. Type 2 diabetes remission, 7 persons. So you can join these smaller groups as well, and you build relationships with them or these events. Now, the beauty about events is if I click on this event, unlike the groups that I have to wait to be accepted, once I click to attend the event, and I'm not adding it to my calendar now, guess what? The fact that I'm now attending the event, I have access to all the event members. I can see everybody who's attending the event. And this is what I want to show you, because now I have the ability to message them without them being part of my network. Okay, so let me go back, let me go over it again. Let's say I want to use let's say I'm a financial coach, you know, and I help people save money on their taxes. I can find events that may already be related to taxes. All right, and now I can attend each of these events and connect with the members. Now, how real estate investors pay little to no taxes webinar with Brendan Hall. I don't know who Brendan Hall is. If you're in the space, you probably know who Brendan is. I don't know. But again, let's see, I click register here. And I submit. Now what's going to happen is, by registering for this event, I'll be sending my information to Brendan and his team, Life Mission Capital. Okay, but this is a topic that I'm interested in, so I'm going to submit, all right? But I didn't give them permission. You can choose to give them permission to contact you or not. So I add this to my calendar because I'm actually interested in this topic. And I save that and I come back to, oh no. Okay. All right. So now that I'm registered, I can see all the attendees to this event. These are all people who are going to be attending these events. I can now message all of them with a genuine interest, you know. Stacy is the Senior Director for Health and Wellness and New Business Development at Walmart. Okay. This event hasn't taken place yet. And so I could simply say, you know, we're both attending. When you click this message, it shows that we're both attending this event. Stacy I'm looking forward to connecting with like looking forward to connecting with attendees and are you curious about real estate investments? Are you a long-time investor? Now, this is a genuine question that I'm asking, all right? And this is my truth. So I can send this to her. Okay. Typically, I go for events that have passed already. So let me go to back home here. Now, I'm sure you see here, based on my connection efforts, I have messages I need to respond to between now and tomorrow, you know, and notifications I have not checked out yet, but that's not what I'm looking for. So I see connection requests, connections accepted. I want to go to events that I've already signed up for in the past. Events that have happened already and that I can connect with people on. So let's say I want to connect with leaders, people who are interested in leadership. You know, maybe I'm an executive coach, which I am, and I wanted to reach out to people in the space, or I want to reach out to people in the pharmaceutical space, Africa Healthcare Pharmaceuticals. All right. I see there are almost 20,000 members in here. So what I do is I click on this and see who is interested that I want to talk to, you know, and I send them a message. So Marcus here, Marcus is the head of global health services at for emerging markets. And I can reach out and say, you know, Marcus, we're both registered for the Africa Healthcare Summit. I couldn't make it to attend. Did you find it useful for your purposes? And then I send that. Now, Marcus is going to read this and he sees that, hey, who is this? The first thing he's going to do is to check me out. He's going to click on my profile and, you know, see what I'm about, read a little bit more about me, and then he's probably going to respond. If he doesn't, that's fine too. That's possible. It could be that he got distracted. It could be that, you know, he planned to come back to it, and he doesn't. So your profile and your about page and everything needs to be up to standard and you know, filled out completely. That's a whole different training. But for today, this is how you do it. This is how, so I can literally reach out to as many that LinkedIn will allow me to reach out to. You know, I can set a goal to say, okay, I'm going to connect with 50 persons a day. I want to reach out to 50 persons a day. And that's fine, or 25 persons a day. 25 persons a day, that's 125 persons a week if you're just doing it Monday to Friday. And that's 500 persons a month. If you reach out to 500 persons a month, you're going to get responses, all right? And people are going to get back to you. So this is one way that you begin that connection. What you need to understand is you only coming in to make connections. You're not coming in to make a sale. Because if you're coming from the place in your mind where, oh, I'm looking for a customer, then you shoot yourself before you even get started. All right. People will buy from those that they know, like, and trust. And if you're reaching out to strangers, especially in this day where there's a lot of spam, you need to understand that people have what's called crop brain. Right? Is that part of the brain that's alert to potential dangers? All right. So anytime a stranger reaches out to you in your inbox, your croc brain is activated, and it puts up your defenses. Your defense mechanisms are put in place. So your job when you're trying to connect is to be genuinely just trying to connect, and that allows you to bypass that potential client's croc brain, because the way you come out, it's harmless. Hey, we're both registered for the summit. I couldn't make it to attend. Did you find it useful for your purposes? There's nothing that suggests that I want him as a client. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I want him as a client. So I'm not going to even think about Marcus being my client because I don't know Marcus yet. I may see that, you know, he's the head for something. It looks like a good position that he's in head of global health services at Johnson & Johnson. Okay, that's great. You know, he's a leader. He's a senior leader, you know, mid-level to senior leader at a regional level. Okay, so yeah, it'll be nice to have as a client, but I don't know him yet. All right, because he could also be one of the worst clients that I could ever have. No point. No. I hope Marcus doesn't take offense and this doesn't reach him, and he takes offense to it. But hey, I'm just using it as an example. You're on LinkedIn, man. Okay, so I send this message. All right, I don't need to connect with him. I see that we have some shared connections. It's in my second level connections. So, but at this point, I just want to know the guy. Okay, I only want to know the guy. And that's why I sent that message. Oh, I've reached my limit, so I can't even connect with him right now. If he connects with me, I'll accept it. Okay, so I only want to know the guy, and that should be your thinking, connecting, getting to know people, getting to know what they're about. And then you are able to determine whether you want to invite them for a conversation, and then subsequently propose what you have to offer in after you've served them, after you've created some value for them. All right. So this is one way to create authentic connections. I'm going to go back and recap so that you understand it. You go to your network, find groups that you've, events that you've joined, that you've registered for. And if you've not registered for any events, you can still find events that have passed and, you know, or that are coming up, and you join them, and you can still connect with the people who are sign up for those events. So if you're going to sign up for an event that is upcoming, you can still connect with the people and say, hey, I'm excited about this, like I did. I'm looking forward to this event. What are your expectations looking to connect? All right. If you're not sure what kind of messages to send to build a connection, the initial messages to send, feel free to reach out to me. You can do so in the comments. If you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, you can comment, or you just head over the link to my website, danmaxwelljr.com is there. You can click that link and then go over to my website and click contact me, send me a message. and then I can hop on a 20-minute call with you to come up with what will be a congruent outreach message, a connection message for you based on your own situation. All right, because this has to be natural. It has to flow. It cannot be coerced. It cannot be forced. So we have to come up with a message that's a reflection of who you are, and it shows your genuine concern. Okay, so this is one way to do it. Another way that I do it is what I call the interview method, and I will talk about the interview method in another session. But this is it's quite similar. You go to the same places, but the message is different. You know, because I'm a writer, I love writing, and I'm working on books all the time. I can also reach out and simply ask people if they want to be part of the a book project that I'm working on, if I'm working on a book project. And I'll share that experience with you in a subsequent video. All right, so let's call this Forging Unlimited Authentic Connections on LinkedIn Part 1. And we've used the direct outreach method on LinkedIn events, and just go to past events, ask them if it served them, and they will respond. Some will respond, some won't. If the person responds and say, hey, yeah, I found it useful, or hey, I didn't attend it myself, you know, then you begin a conversation from there. Hopefully you have your profile completely filled out. When a person responds, initially it tells you that they're open to that connection. You can now go and check them out more, you know, what they've posted, what they've commented about, you know, and you have different things that you can use to leverage that connection. All right, so I hope this brings some value for you. And yeah, if you need further support, check out my blog at danmaxwelljr.com. There's going to be more tips, or you can find me on YouTube as well. There's videos there and more coming on. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's grow the channel, and peace. Talk to you soon.